is Schneehawk. The title of her speech is Our Earth, Our Home, Our Earth, Our Home, Schneehawk.
Did you know that the amount of carbon dioxide in our environment is more than it has been in 3 million years? Or that 2016 was the warmest year ever? Despite all the efforts of environmentalists, it seems so that according to the United Nations, there's only 11 years left to make any effort to save the Earth. Now, some of us might be shocked or scared at hearing this fact, while there are some who won't care at all. 11 years? That's a pretty long time, isn't it? In addition, some argue that the temperature has only risen 0.85 degrees Celsius in more than 100 years. Well, these figures may look small, but they do signify a trend, don't they? That's why people are so active, so worried. You are so active. Wait, are you? Do you really care? Well, let's see. How many of you have used plastic bottles in the past few days? How many of you have taken your own bags to store when you go shopping, even once? What about trash something that could have been recycled? Now, adults. How many of you have carpooled or used public transportation in the last week, the last month? For the past few months, I've personally been trying my best to do something, to educate people, but it doesn't really seem to working for some reason. I try to tell them that change starts here with individuals, and they know that. They know it all. All the quotes like, be the change you wish to see in the world, or every job counts, etc. They believe in them, they do, or at least they say they do. I thought about why people don't do the easy and obvious things to help. And after talking to a few people, I realized that many think it won't work. Just one person not using plastic isn't going to make a change in the community of 7 billion people. Now, what if all the 7 billion people were thinking the same thing? It's like those times when two people think that other will do the work and the work never happens. At this point, I'm remembering something I read once. It's just one straw, said 8 million people. Then the question comes, what to change? Try to carpool as much as you can and bike or walk to places whenever possible. In addition, limit the things you buy. One of the simpler things is to go vegetarian or vegan. Maybe try a few days in the week, like meatless Mondays. Line dry clothes rather than using the dryer. Carry a reusable water bottle. It's not that hard. Most importantly, educate and speak up. Naturally fighting climate change, such as planting trees, could at the global level create 80 million jobs and bring out 1 million people of poverty. Why? Why should we do these things? First of all, a global rise in temperature causes the ice sheets and glaciers to melt. This is a threat to all the animals living in the Arctic, such as polar bears, penguins, and snow leopards. Next, globally over 100 million marine animals are killed each year by eating plastic that is thrown into the oceans. The effects of climate change have also been seen for humans. More and more people are suffering because of the massive amounts of carbon in the atmosphere. And it's not only about our health, but also natural disasters. Droughts are getting more and more common in places like Chennai, Congo, California, etc. Also, floods, hurricanes, and more such storms are devastating millions of lives each year. And this will keep going on until we stand to stop it. We only have one Earth, and it's our duty to protect it. A small act will make a big difference, and it starts with each one of us.